As you come in, just say hello or something. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to go ahead and get started. And we're just going to talk. If you come in, say hey, join in on the conversation. Whatever you do, that's fine. All right, y'all. So this is exciting. It's day 2. I know I got one finger up on both hands, but yes, it's day 2 of the Best Version of You challenge. And today's challenge was waking up an hour early and making your bed. But before we go any further, I want y'all to meet someone. You may not know her name. She is not on social media much, but she is someone very dear to me, very special. One who I love very much. This right here is my girlfriend, Jaleisha. I want you to welcome her. Whenever you watch this, at whatever time you watch this on, she has helped me so much with a lot of the content that you're going to see. And she loves being behind the scenes. But part of the challenge this year is to pull us both out of our comfort zones and really get to talking and really get to sharing with everyone. Hey, I see Naomi up there. How you doing? I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you're doing well. But yes, excuse me. This is Jaleisha. Hey, Cousin Betty. I see Cousin Betty's in here today. How you doing, dear? All right. So, as I explained earlier, the challenge for today was waking up an hour earlier than you usually do and making up your bed. Well, this morning, I'm going to kind of give y'all what happened with me. I got up, and I was supposed to get up at 5 o'clock, and it didn't work out to be 5 o'clock. It was actually 6:30, and I still got up pretty early because I didn't have to go anywhere today, so that was early still. But it wasn't the time that I had set in mind. I actually stayed up all night editing. I stayed up to 3, and I finally said, okay, it's time to go to bed. What time did you end up going to bed, and what time did you get up today?
Oh, okay. So I went to bed at 10, and I got up at 5:15. So it wasn't that bad.
Okay, so she stayed on it. She was on it. She sent me her picture of her alarm clock last night saying that she was up, or she was gonna go to bed and be up by 5:15. So that's just one thing. I don't know who watched last night, but last night we talked about goal setting, and we can just kind of recap that for a second. We talked about setting goals and making sure that the goals are smart. And then finally we ended with a story about seed sowing. Excuse me. But yeah, we ended with a story about seed sowing. And that progressed. Hold on one second. We're used to looking at it, but we can't look at that. Okay, so y'all bear with us. We're not used to having to try to keep up with what people are saying as well as doing the live. Hey, Lissy, I see you up here, and Victor. Let's go ahead and start talking about what some of the things are. What are the benefits? What do you have up there? Because I promise you I'll go all over the place. So you kind of tell me one of the first things that we had up there about one of the statistics that we had.
Okay.
Or the facts, rather.
The facts, or you want which one first?
Let's do the statistics, because those are more interesting to me.
Okay. A majority of respondents, 79%, said a bad wake-up experience can ruin their day, which in turn they said affects concentration.
Yeah. How you feel about that?
I feel that's true. I do.
Okay.
I feel like it's true. Want to go to the next one?
Yeah. So, have y'all let us know? Have you ever had a moment where? Oh, I see Anjanae. She said she's sneaking out of work. Hey, dear.
Hi, Anjanae.
Yes. Has there been a moment where you noticed if you didn't get enough sleep, you couldn't concentrate on it? It was something you couldn't do.
Right.
Yeah. Like this morning, I just knew I had some chords somewhere, and because I only went to bed by 3 and tried to get up at 5 or 6, that's only 4 hours. You can't operate efficiently. There are even jobs where you have to really be careful what you do, especially if you're a school bus driver. Shout out to all the school bus drivers. I was one for a little while. But waking up that early in the morning and having to be responsible for getting that bus inspected and getting it on the road and getting those kids going, excuse me, into the places they need to be, that's rough. It is. And even just really any job that you have, sleep is important. And if you want to get up, you got to set the proper times and put things in place to go to bed on time.
Right.
For one.
Yeah, I was just about to say that if you want to get up early in the morning, you must go to bed maybe around like 9 o'clock or 8:30 so you can get your full night's rest. If not, then you'll develop something called sleep inertia. I think that's how you say it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sleep inertia. So that means like your body is waking up and you're not fully awake, so you can't concentrate. You can't do simple tasks. So just remember that. Go to bed early so you can wake up early.
Well said. There's one thing, and there's a statistic I know you have, and it talks about the executives. Kind of give us that one, and let's kind of hear what you have to say or what that statistic says, and we can kind of conversate off of that.
Okay. It says 90% of executives wake up before 6 a.m. on weekdays, and nearly 50% of self-made millionaires wake up at least 3 hours before their workday actually begins.
Okay. That to me is really interesting. It shows a pattern in what successful people do,
right,
as well as how they think. And that, I wonder, like, okay, how many people I saw in the list of people that actually get up that early. Oprah Winfrey is one of them. She gets up, I think hers was 4:30. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock,
mm-hmm,
he gets up at 4:30 and goes to the gym. I'm just kind of listing off the people I saw on this blog.
The guy who created Facebook.
Mike. Is it Mike Zuckerberg?
Mark
Zuckerberg?
Something.
Whoever you are, we're grateful for you. But yes, he gets up early in the morning as well. It's a list of executives and really I can't talk today. Really successful people who get up early in the morning. What I found, and I don't know if you found this, that getting up early in the morning for me, when I was doing it consistently, I saw that there was more time to do stuff that I didn't have.
Exactly.
I think one big thing a lot of people find or say is that there's not enough time in the day to really get done the things I want to get done. And the truth be told, we're all given 24 hours, and we just have to be stewards of our time. So I want to throw in there, hey, Naya. I see she waved and said, hey. I want to ask the question. Do you feel like you have enough time to accomplish the things that you are setting out to do? And if so, what are, or if not, let's look at the other side of that. If not, how could you get the most out of your time? Hey, Kirk, we see you. How you doing, brother? So, yes, I want y'all to comment. Let me know what you could do. How can you get the most of your time? We all say, oh, ain't enough time in the world to do stuff, but there is time. You just have to find it. You have to find it, because if you look hard enough, you'll find the time. Some of us spend it watching YouTube videos after YouTube. I'm one of them. We'll spend it doing so many things that don't help us be productive towards our goal. And you have to really say, okay, where is my time going? I honestly believe that time is the most valuable thing that you have. I know that's going to be kind of one that people are like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Family is the most valuable thing. But if you really look at it, you can't get back time. You can't. Right. You can spend money. You can get that back. But you can't get back your time. You can't get back time lost. And so it really, you want to think, okay, how can I take my time and use it to the best of its ability? We're given our time in this world. And our time is spent, it has to be spent wisely. And we have to give it out wisely. So what do you think of that?
I think you're right. I mean, one of the things when you look at how successful millionaires, how they get up early in the morning, they set goals and they value your time. You have to start valuing your time, because this will help you. When you get up in the morning, you can set those goals, and then you can just, if you even want to make a to-do list, then you can go down the list. This gives you more time to do those things that you want to do in the day without feeling rushed, without feeling, oh, I didn't complete everything. But set your time and value it.
I like it. I love it. Set your time and value it. That's what we need to do. Y'all are great people, and I'm sure there's every last one of you that are watching this right now and that are joining in. There's something that you're meant to do, and until we become managers of our time, we won't hit those goals that we have set. One thing you said is set a to-do list, and that's actually something we're going to talk about soon. But setting a to-do list is one of those things where I started this years ago because something in school that they told us to do. And now I can't really think of how to do anything unless I have a to-do list for it. I literally have to-do lists for everything. To-do list for laundry, to-do list for basic things at home, to-do list for whatever it may be. You know, there's a long list of stuff that you can have, and it's something about checking it off after you've done it.
That sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it. Yeah.
Right. So I want to ask y'all, have y'all ever done a to-do list? Have you ever, how are you managing your time? Are you one of those people that put everything in your calendar? I've seen some people do that. What are you doing to get to that goal of being a successful millionaire? Because we want to see some millionaires now. I want to be one of them. But if you get there before me, by all means, just don't forget your cousin, your brother, you know. But yeah, so what are some things you're doing? Because I know some of y'all, I've seen some of the content. Naya, you're one of them. I've seen how you got your content, and I'm like, how in the world? Like, she has this time to edit and get it out. And then to me, that's astonishing, really. It's a lot of work into some of this stuff. Some of y'all have full-time jobs and you're a mother. I don't know how you do it. Fathers, you really. I see another one up here. Yes, full-time students as well. And you manage and juggle your time. It may not be the best way, but you do it in some way. So I want to hear that. I want to hear what you've done. Excuse me, y'all. I see Nine. She said it's not easy, but it's balance. Right. Absolutely. Balance. Balance, that's one of those things that we've talked about before, how like there are certain times where you can balance and there are certain times where you have to say this is a priority. You remember that conversation we had?
So.
Okay. So you look at me like, I don't know about that one. But right. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm still getting over this cold and I got a cough that just won't leave. But yes, so balance is important. And I think with understanding how to balance, you get that appreciation more so for your time. I think it was Dr. Faith. She said, be a time, I can never say this right. You know what I'm trying to say?
No.
No. A time hound. Okay. About your time. Like, be a time hound. I want to make sure I got it out right. Be a time hound. Be on your time. Don't let nobody waste it. Don't give it to anybody that ain't going to respect it. Listen, we went through, I think in our relationship, we spent a lot of time on the phone. And we had to kind of say, you know what? I don't think this is, we can't get nothing done. And so we had to be more, we love to, I get off late. So I get off around 9 some nights at work. And so we wanted to make sure we're able to talk on the phone. Well, we've seen how that can be for both of us.
Yeah.
If we take and stay on the phone at 1 o'clock in the morning and we both got to wake up early the next day, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. So you have to really truly be a time hound. Finally, I got that right. Okay, so what are some of the benefits of waking up early? I know we kind of jumped.
Do you want me to go down the list, or you want to just
go down the list because I can't really see what you got on the paper?
Okay, so the benefits of waking up early is it decreases stress, enhances your productivity, improves your mental health, and builds discipline, and it also helps you test better.
There was a lot in that. So let's deal with that first one, that decreases stress. We don't really have a statistic on it, but from your perspective, how has it been getting up early? How does that, have you seen a decrease in stress? Or how could that decrease stress is what I'm asking. I have an idea of it, but I want to see what you're...
You say yours.
Okay. So the idea I have is that I know when I'm running late, if I don't have that hour in the morning, if I'm running late, I'm stressed. I don't know what I'm eating because I didn't pack a lunch. And if you don't have food, you will be stressed. I'm just saying. Or breakfast. You don't eat your breakfast in the morning, you're going to be stressed, you know?
Yeah.
And so I hate the feeling of having to wake up and I got 5 minutes to get out the door. Anybody ever done that?
Yeah, that's the worst.
I hate it so much, waking up and like, oh God, I got 5 minutes, gotta hurry up, I gotta do this hair. And I take time on my hair. So I can't just go out looking all kinds of ways. And none of us can. I see Melanie, she's saying that she needs a better night routine. You know, that's one of the things that go with getting up early. Is having a good night routine. I need one too, to be honest. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but the Try Guys on BuzzFeed. Have y'all seen that?
Yes, I've seen that.
Yes, they have some. I love watching them. That's probably one of the reasons I'll be up all night. But they had an experiment where they set a good night routine based off of, I think it was similar studies to the one about the executives waking up early in the morning. They had good night routines that helped them be successful. So preparation is really one of those things that will reduce stress. The more you prepare for certain situations, you won't be as stressed. I've noticed with... Excuse me. I think I'm about to repeat something I already said, so disregard that. It was just a blank thought.
That's okay.
But let's see what this comment says right here. I hear you, Kurt. And this year we're gonna shoot to eat breakfast, y'all. Breakfast is an important meal. We need to do a video about breakfast and find some statistics for everyone to kind of get an idea why breakfast is important. But yes, let's do it this year.
Yeah.
Let's get on top of our. There was no enthusiasm. Enthusiasm.
What's wrong with
You said, yeah.
Well, you're right, because when I was doing research on this, it said that when you wake up earlier, you're able to make healthier decisions. You don't have to rush and go to McDonald's. You can actually make a breakfast smoothie, or you have that time to do it. You don't have to rush. So.
Well, you didn't say that before. You should have said that was a good one.
Oh my God.
You have time to eat breakfast, and you have time so you can get a nutritional. You make better decisions. Is that one of the?
No, I just remembered it. I didn't write it down, but I remembered it.
Y'all about to go live?
We are
You
live.
are live. Oh my God.
But yes, making better decisions, and I've experienced. I don't know about y'all, and I want y'all to tell me your experiences from those who did do part of the challenge of getting up early this morning. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna come back to that.
What did someone say?
Let's read this comment. It helps me organize my day.
Better.
Also, okay. So yes, waking up early helps you organize your day. Helps you write out what you're gonna do for that day. If you haven't done it the night before, it does give you that time to meditate and to pray or do whatever you want to do. Like you said, you did this morning,
which helps decrease stress. When you spend that time with God, when you give Him that first part of your day, it helps you set like your perspective for the day. And even if things pop up, then you're able, I prayed and I know God has this, He has me.
Right.
So that helps me so I don't feel stressed.
Exactly. So taking that moment with God, and with also where I don't, everybody's spirituality is different. I don't know if I said that word is right, but taking that time to meditate, taking that time to focus in, on what is important in the day. I did one thing actually that you mentioned today was to sit down and write. I ain't never done that. I've always been one to sit there and think, and never write it down. And to me, this morning, being able to have that time to write, okay, I wrote out things, and I took time to pray as well, but I also heard what, God was saying to me about today and for me and different things. So you take that time to meditate. And that's actually what I think tomorrow is Don't quote me on it. I need to look at the diagram.
That's Thursday.
Thursday. Well, we coming up on it. Yeah, Thursday is meditate. Tomorrow's reading the book. Okay, right. But yes, those are things that can be done in the morning. So everybody, to reiterate what we kind of talked about already, is that it's important to value your time and to make good use of your time. It's the same thing. But that we're also stewards of our time. We're giving all the same 24 hours in a day. And we have to make it worth it. We need to be more intentional with our time. And we can also get breakfast and do the things we need to do to make not perfect decisions, but the best decisions we can possibly make.
Right.
Yes, what is Hannah saying?
Hannah said, starting your day off with prayer definitely sets the tone of your day in a good way. That's definitely true.
It is. Absolutely.
Yes.
Setting off the tone of your day is important. And there are many ways, even in prayer, to do that. One of my favorite ways is declaration. I like to declare over my day and tell it, this is the day that the Lord has made, or whatever you say. I even said this, I will not be upset today. I will not be frustrated today. Frustration, you don't live here today. Whatever it is that you say, or declare of your day, it's important to do that. Whatever gets you going in the morning is very important that you set that routine. So your day knows this is the precedent. This is what we set for today. Yes. We ain't having nothing else, nothing less. It's going to be how we've declared it to be. And I forget what it's called, like the law of attraction or the power of declaration. And one of them, don't get me wrong, twisted on it, but it's one of them. I know for sure that if you declare of your day, you call those things into order.
And I'm trying to remember, and I can't now. I can't remember.
Excuse me. I had a thought of one of these that we were talking about.
The next one?
I don't know if it was that. I saw a comment and I didn't.
Oh, I think where they said organizing your day better. Is that it?
Right. Organizing your day. No, I think we covered that one. What were we saying? It wasn't that. Wasn't it?
I can't remember.
Okay. What's one of the next ones up there?
Enhances your productivity.
So we talked about that one at first. If you get enough rest, get up early, you have time to plan out your day.
Improves your mental health.
Okay, that's a big one. I didn't realize that, but I guess that goes along with decrease of stress.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So if you're a mental health professional, which we happen to have one on our team, Aunt Tanya, if you could chime in on that at any time, that'd be great. But getting up early it's based off of a study, I guess that was given, that it increases
mental health.
Improves your mental health. And I think that does. Goes back to it allows you not to be as stressed or as anxious if you have that time to prepare for your day and get everything ready. What's the next one?
Builds discipline.
Woo! Okay. That discipline. That's a topic in itself that excuse me, y'all. I agree. Yeah. It builds discipline. It takes discipline to get up consistently every morning at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And depending on the season of your life, you have to do that. I'm just going to share a little bit of what I had to do before, but there was a moment where I was working overnight. And it took a lot out of me to come from different schedules. I was used to getting up at early times for driving the school bus. Now to switching to working at night and then getting back into another routine. It took discipline to say that every day, 4 o'clock, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up regardless of how I feel. And for a lot of our goals, we need discipline in it. And I believe it starts with our waking up in the morning. It's the first thing we do in the morning. So I think if we start our day out with discipline, it leads us to that point of making good decisions.
And then you do it consistently.
Right.
Yeah, you'll make better choices consistently. You'll do all these different things consistently.
Right. Eating breakfast consistently. Not being stressed, those kind of things. It's important. So discipline, it's so important. There's a lot we can actually talk about on discipline. And I think I want to save that one more for another video and topic because it's a lot that goes on with discipline. And I had a whole bunch of research about it at one point. I don't know what it really is now, but I want to go back over that and really talk on that one later at another time because I hear a quote in my head, but I don't want to give it right now because I don't want to misquote it or not give it its full value. What's the next topic, dear?
For benefits or you
Benefits, my bad.
It says it improves, you get better test scores, but this goes back to your mental health. So.
There you go. You'll get better test scores. So I know we got some college students in here of all ages. And so maybe this is something that you can take and add to your daily habits of getting up early in the morning. So if I haven't heard from you yet, I want you to tell me, have you tried getting up at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning? And if so, has that helped you by getting up early? Not only that, tell me how it's helped you. Okay, you want to read that comment out?
Sure.
You can see better than I can. You got new glasses, man.
Oh my God. Okay. Getting adequate rest at night will help with having a productive day. Starting out sluggish and rushed may set the tone for your day.
Absolutely. That's absolutely right. That's the whole tone thing. What you start your day out with is what you're going to see. Yeah.
I agree.
I agree with that as well. So, everybody that has done the challenge, maybe you haven't.
You forgot the making the bed.
Oh, yeah, the making the bed part. That's important. Okay, so another thing, too, with getting up early, one of the part of the challenge was to make your bed as well. So, I want to hear from everybody. Did you make your bed today?
I made mine. But I don't make mine consistently. But today, it was like oh my God, I made my bed. I did something, so
right.
I liked it.
And you know what? It kind of goes with that. I think that goes with the idea of making a to-do list and checking something off. Like, if you know mentally, the first thing I need to do this morning, for me, is run to the bathroom. But it may be for you, make that bed. And once you make that bed, to me, I cannot get in the bed unless I make it that morning or make it before I get in it. So that's important. What are what are statistics about making your bed?
It says 71% of bed makers consider themselves happy, while 62% of non-bed makers admit to being unhappy.
That's interesting. I don't know the correlation or how they really tie that. I don't know what to say, but I guess what you said. How did you feel when you made your bed?
Well, I felt happy. I felt like I had really accomplished something. Though it is simple as making a bed, but I felt like I achieved something. And it helped me want to do more for that day, want to be more productive.
Okay. Now, you said you don't consistently do it, or
no, I don't. No.
Okay.
But it made me feel good to do it. I'm just saying.
Okay. So it made her feel good to do it. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. Honestly, I wasn't doing it for a long time, and then finally, I said, "Let me start doing it." My dad used to tell me, "Make your bed, make your bed, make your bed. It makes the room look cleaner." And I didn't really pay attention to it.
Speaking of that, what you say, make it feel better, feel cleaner?
Yeah, the room looks cleaner.
Okay, so it's not on the paper, but researchers have found out that if you make your bed, then it makes your mood increase. It makes you feel better. And it also decreases stress because your bed is made. So then they'll make you want to clean the rest of your room. So that's true.
There was another thing, though, I saw, and I don't know if it was actually statistic, but it was a side-by-side comparison of the same room. And everything else in the room was a mess, but the bed was made. And it made the picture with the bed made, it looked cleaner than one that the bed wasn't made. And it had the same stuff all over the place. So I agree. I think that does make you look and have that perception. And, oh, you know what? Today's good. I'm going to clean up the rest of this room. I know for me, every time I make that bed, I'm like, okay, well, let me get this off the floor while I'm here. It gets you in that mood of
to clean.
Right, yeah. Right. And that's a whole thing really in itself is, having a clean environment.
Yeah.
A clean environment is very important.
Boost your mood, yeah. Okay, so it says 7 out of 10 people said that they made their bed every morning and almost every day. The bed makers were 19% more likely to report getting a good night's sleep on most days.
Mm.
So what do you think? Since you made your bed at one point consistently, is that true for you?
I think so.
So you slept better if
I
you
sleep
made
a lot better if my bed is made.
Oh,
I think the other night, and I told you about this,
did you?
that you asked. I didn't tell you that I didn't make my bed, but I actually didn't make my bed 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was just because I was sick, feeling, and all this stuff, and I just didn't feel like getting up to make the bed. Well, that night I was just so tired. I crashed. I kept waking up the entire night. My pillows were all over the place, and my neck was struggling. The little piece of neck I do got left, but the little piece of neck was struggling. And I was like, "Oh Lord, I got to figure this out."
Oh my God!
And so, I kid you not, I woke up and I had to like readjust the pillows and everything because the bed wasn't made. I wasn't used to that. Mm-hmm. And so that actually reminds me of a quote that I had put up on my wall. And it said, "What can you do today to make tomorrow better?" Now, making your bed ain't something grand, but I believe making your bed and the way your room looks and the environment that you're used to living in shows a lot about who you are. What do y'all think of that? I forget. We talked about this with Aunt Tanya, and she did say, yeah, there's a correlation between it somewhere. And I can't remember exact studies and stuff. But I want to hear y'all thoughts on it. Have you made your bed, and what do you feel about, how did I say it? Because I know I said it right the first time. Do you feel there's a direct correlation with the way your room looks, the way your bed is set?
And how you feel on the inside? And
how you feel about yourself, and how you feel on the inside. Y'all let us know what you think. I know for me, there was a time in my life where I was dealing with depression that I was making that bed.
Oh yeah, I've experienced that too.
And I remember thinking, well, I gotta make a bed. For what? I'm gonna get back in it. And some people are not depressed, and they don't go through the same thing. So everybody's different in that. But I remember thinking, it was, my room wasn't the greatest looking situation. And you can attest to that, you've seen it. It was rough. And it was really shameful, honestly, to live like that. But it was one of those things where you have to start valuing yourself and the stuff that you have, and it makes you really want to do better. What does that comment say?
Your bed matches your head.
Ooh, I like that. I love that, Aunt Tasha. Your bed matches your head.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Because I always throw people's quotes off. But right, let me drink this water. But yes, your bed matches your head. I like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so keeping up your stuff, keeping up your bedroom, keeping up the way things appear helps your overall mood, helps reduce stress. I'm sorry, y'all, they're closing that garage down there and it's making a lot of noise. I don't know if y'all can hear it. But it makes your mood better by doing that. What are one more benefits?
We covered it. It says making your bed improves your mood and you will have better sleep quality.
All right. So sleep quality is important. I got a question for y'all. Do you feel like you're getting good sleep? Let me know. I want to hear what you think. How's your sleep been? And do you think making your bed or maybe getting new sheets will help you? I know this. I was so excited about saying that, but getting new sheets will help your bed or your sleeping experience a lot. The bed I had before, you remember that bed? That thing was hard, and I was grateful for it, but it was hard. It was so hard, I started complaining to my doctor. I said, I think it's something wrong with this bed. I think it's something wrong with this bed. It's tearing my back up. So I think the quality of the sheets and the quality of the bed that you have makes a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, invest in some sheets and some 2000 thread count, the Egyptian cotton.
Oh, well.
You should invest in yourself. It's 2020.
Yeah.
you have to work and live for yourself, and you have to get up and support for your family and all kinds of things. You need to invest in yourself. You deserve the best. I want y'all to remember that. You do. You don't have to walk around living all kinds of ways. No. Get you some good sheets. You may not have a good bed, but get you some good sheets. Because I tell you
It'll
one
make
thing.
you feel better.
It will.
It'll make you feel
That
better.
Egyptian cotton rubbed against your legs won't feel like somebody snagging at you. Because you know how them little balls get on your sheets?
Oh.
Them little small little
I
things.
know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
The worse the cotton quality is, the worse it is to, it is on your bed. And you be wondering why that stubble in your legs is making all that, You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, get you some good sheets. There's actually recently, and I wish I had something to be able to show y'all this, but I recently received a pillow. I know, a pillow. I love to sleep, y'all. It's important to me. But I recently received a pillow for Christmas from one of my best friends, Isaac. He got this for me from Christmas. It was one of the Casper pillows. And I kid y'all not, I actually had a pinched nerve, and it was causing, I couldn't sleep right and all this stuff. I'm going to save you the story. But anyway, I got that pillow, and it really helped out. Now, y'all go out there and invest in a good pillow. Seriously. It will help. If you have creaks in your neck and all kinds of stuff, get you a good pillow. Get you some good sheets. That's the moral of the story. Prepare yourself. Say that. What did it say?
You get a better amount with a higher sleep count. Shaking my head.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And I don't think they can be expensive, but if you shop at the right places, like I got mine for Walmart, and they were 2003 account, and they were low, but $60. Now, granted, I know washing them every 2 weeks and stuff could be tough, but hey,
Oh, I love the comment your mom said.
what'd she say?
I believe the body heals itself as you sleep. Invest in your healing. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We need to do some studies about sleep. See what, not us do the studies, but we need to get the studies about sleep and share those, because I think that would be great.
Yeah.
To see what, what the benefits of good sleep would do for you. Yeah. So, y'all, it's the last 5 minutes. We're going to get off of here. I don't have a watch on. I don't know why I looked at my arm. But it's the last 5 minutes. We're winding down to 6 o'clock. I want you to tell me what has this challenge done for you. If you haven't been a part of the challenge, if you'd like to join the challenge, now is the time. But I want to ask you, tell us what's going on with you. What are you excited about for 2020? What goals do you have? Come on, tell us. We'll wait for you. Let me hear yours while we wait.
My goals for today?
Yeah, one of your goals.
But you already know.
I know, but the people don't know it. They didn't go to bed with you.
Okay.
They don't live with you. They don't know what you...
Okay, so one of my goals for this year is to pass the EIPA test, which is an interpreter performance based test. So I've just been studying for that, and I want to take it soon, and that's one of my goals.
Awesome. I know she's going to achieve it. She's going to have it this year. I've shared with y'all my goals to lose 50 pounds by December 31st. That's it. I have another one, but it's to start a business. Yeah. Oh, and to get this YouTube channel up and running and to get 1,000 subscribers. I know it's a hard goal, but I know it can be done, because there's some things I want to do for as a community, and really having conversations that would be more easy to do it all in one area. So that's a goal for me. It's going to be a hard goal, but you know what? We can do this.
Yeah, you can.
All right. Well, y'all, we're going to let you go. And there's just one more thing I forgot to say. Let's do this. All right. Y'all have a good one.